Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. A look at some of today's top headlines. We've got an update on the closing of that Breathitt County Sheriff's Office, and some Madison Countyans may qualify for storm relief money. Plus, Winchester is one step closer to Sunday alcohol sales. We've got the details on those, plus lots more right here today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, it's a story we've been following here at WBON TV Channel 9. The Breathitt County Sheriff's Department has temporarily reopened after a recent closure due to insufficient funds. Judge Executive Jeff Noble announced that the Breathitt County Fiscal Court would hold a meeting on September the 26th at 5 p.m. That's to determine how much money can be allocated to the Sheriff's Department, which will have an impact on its ability to operate in the near future. Sheriff John Holland expressed gratitude for the Fiscal Court's efforts to assist in resolving the situation. Good news there for the residents of Breathitt County. Well, many Madison Countyans will remember that hailstorm back in June for a long time to come. The storm produced baseball-sized hail in some areas, moving at speeds of 110 miles per hour. Home, roof, and vehicle damage was significant, as well as other issues like downed trees. If you're a farmer in Madison County, you may qualify for relief in the form of grant money from the local Farm Service Agency. The assistance is to help with restoring your farm back to pre-storm conditions. It covers fencing damage and debris cleanup. The program included a 75% and 90% cost share, with FSA paying the bulk of the cost. Payment limit is $500,000 and the deadline to apply is October the 12th. For more information on this opportunity, you're asked to contact the Madison County USDA Service Center. That phone number is 859-624-1980. You can call that number and schedule an appointment. Well, the Board of Commissioners in Winchester has passed the first reading of an amendment that would allow the sale of packaged alcohol on Sundays. Currently, alcohol can be sold by the drink at restaurants and bars on Sundays. The proposed change would permit stores to sell packaged alcohol 7 days a week. Supporters of the amendment argue that it would bring economic benefits to the city, similar to neighboring cities like Lexington, Paris, Mount Sterling, and Richmond, which already allow liquor sales on Sundays. The board voted 3-2 in favor of the change during the first reading, and it will proceed to a second reading at the next meeting. That reading will be Tuesday, October the 3rd. Some commissioners did express concern about emulating other cities and the potential impact on the community. The Winchester Police Chief James Hall stated that the department would not take a stand on the issue and would enforce whichever decision the city decides to make. Well, a murder investigation is underway in Lexington after a shooting incident on Marshall Lane. According to reports, officials were called to the residence on Marshall Lane just after 7:30 last night. The victim has now been identified as 80-year-old Arliss Stewart. He was shot and killed by a suspect who then barricaded himself inside that home. Police later arrested 59-year-old James Bradburn on murder charges. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Lexington Police or submit an anonymous tip to Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. Bradburn has been lodged in the Fayette County Detention Center. Well, the Nicholas County school officials have deemed a threat made against the high school as not credible. Superintendent Doug Buchanan said that the threats were made during an incident that occurred at a volleyball game on Monday evening. These threats were reportedly made by students involved in the incident. Law enforcement conducted an investigation into the matter and determined that there's no credible threat to the high school. The school district has taken disciplinary action against the students who were involved in making those threats. Well, after calls of a suspicious vehicle, a London man is now behind bars. Dylan Scott Sutherland, age 31, residing at Upper Indian Camp Road in London, was arrested by the Laurel County Sheriff's Shift Sergeant Travis Napier and Deputy Skylar McFarland on Tuesday night, just before midnight. The arrest took place off D. Anders Road. That's about 6 miles west of London, following a report of a suspicious person in a white truck with a box trailer that had allegedly entered someone's property without permission. Deputies discovered an individual walking around the vehicle who appeared to be under the influence, admitted to taking Suboxone and using meth earlier in the day. Upon arrest, Sutherland was found to be in possession of a quantity of various pills in a bag. While being placed in the police cruiser, he began screaming, cursing, and creating a disturbance, even headbutting the protective screen in that cruiser. Sutherland then mentioned that if he had known he was going to be arrested, he would have attempted escape. He was subsequently charged with public intoxication, controlled substance, prescription controlled substance not in a proper container, first offense, and disorderly conduct, second degree. Sutherland is now lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Center. Well, a pedestrian has lost their life in a hit-and-run incident that occurred late Friday night. The victim has now been identified by the Fayette County coroner as 37-year-old Matthew Austin Druin. The incident occurred at approximately 10 p.m. at the intersection of Russell Cave Road and New Circle Road in Lexington. According to the Lexington police, a motorcyclist struck a pedestrian, then fled the scene. The crash reconstruction unit of the Lexington Police Department is investigating the incident and actively searching for the motorcycle's driver. Anyone with information is strongly urged to contact the Lexington Police to aid in that ongoing investigation. With that, we're going to take a quick break. What a another beautiful day right here in the Bluegrass. We've got our meteorologist Todd Nelson in the Weather Center to give us a good look at the forecast ahead.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kopudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow. Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Did you know Marcum Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvine? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health Marcum Wallace Hospital. How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Well, we've definitely had a stretch of very beautiful weather right here in central Kentucky, and today was no different. Beautiful sunny skies and nice temperatures out there. We've got meteorologist Todd Nelson in the Weather Center to let us know how much longer this trend is going to last.
Thanks, Gwendolyn. It was a pretty quiet day today, a mix of clouds and sun. Also some fairly mild temperatures for what we should be dealing with in the middle part of September. This was the radar and satellite imagery from across the Ohio Valley today. Again, a few fair weather cumulus clouds popping up, a little bit more unsettled across the midsection of the nation, but we're not expecting any of that rain. In fact, looking at some pretty dry weather over the next several days. If you have outdoor plans this evening, 79 and 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. falling into the lower 60s as we get closer to midnight, but overall a quiet night. Now, our mild temperatures will continue through the end of the week, and then starting to see a cooler trend next week with more unsettled weather. Next week, by the way, is our last full week of September. Friday, we're at 82. Saturday, the first day of astronomical fall, we're at 79. Sunday, we're at 78. So a little bit cooler this weekend, but the overall trend end of September, early October is for warmer than normal conditions for that time of the year. It also looks like we'll be a little bit drier during that time period. So for the end of the week, it looks like most of our rain will be confined to the Mississippi River Valley. As we head a little bit farther east, things look dry. So if you have, again, anything outdoors tomorrow, Friday, even into this upcoming weekend, it is looking quiet. And again, pretty comfortable temperatures enjoyed because it's not too long from now we do start to see those seasonal changes coming up closer to home. So forecasted to Thursday, mix of clouds and sun. Same for Friday. We'll call it partly cloudy to partly sunny. We start off into the mid-50s. Tomorrow morning. Winds will generally be out of the east and pretty light at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, starting off into the 50s with afternoon highs topping out into the lower 80s. And again, a pretty decent Friday coming up, slightly above average for this time of the year. Extended forecast drags us down into the 70s with rain next week.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, taking care of ourselves is no small task, and that's why WBON Channel 9 has partnered with Mercy Health Marcum Wallace Hospital to bring you another edition of Health Watch. In today's Health Watch, WBON TV's Michael Watkins hears from two special ladies who have devoted decades of their lives to the hospital as part of the Marcum and Wallace Hospital Auxiliary Program.
At Mercy Health, Marcum and Wallace Hospital, there is a special group of auxiliary volunteers who enhance the quality of service given for the comfort, care, and well-being of patients and the related needs of their families, visitors, staff, and others in the community. This group of auxiliary volunteers has been a part of Marcum and Wallace Hospital for 60-plus years, and a commonality between all the current and past members is that they have a servant's heart. Today, we speak with Estine Tipton and Terry Williams to share their experience and motivation about being members of the Marcum and Wallace Hospital Auxiliary.
Well, yes, since I've been in auxiliary, we have, like the sleep study room, we help supply the curtains and the bedding and things for that, the wheelchairs.
I think we also did the valances in the waiting areas in the front. But I think just a friendly face. A lot of times people coming into the hospital, and we were right there by the elevator. So I think just a smile, that helped. We sometimes had a candy bowl there, and sometimes they'd pick up a mint or something like that. So I love that part of it too.
I do too.
just thought that would be the neatest thing to work to volunteer at the hospital with whatever. So that was just it. I love people, I love talking to people, and I just thought that would be great, a good way to give back.
I've always loved the hospital. Of course, I had 2 children born here too, so it's always been a special place in my heart to do things for the hospital. We just do our time, but it's $5. We do that the first of the year.
Okay, so just $5 to
It's $5 to join.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's very rewarding. The hospital is so good to us. They buy us the jackets. We get to go to the Christmas party. We just have a good time. It's fun, and it's a sense of community to make you feel like you're a part of something good.
For viewers who may be inspired by these stories and want to get involved, you can reach out to Megan Mills to become a part of the Mercy Health Marcum Wallace Hospital Auxiliary Team. Call 606-726-8185 or email mlmills@mercy.com. For WBON TV 9, I'm Michael Watkins.
We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson Rule up next with sports.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9 with some golf scores and some news on current region tournaments. Here's sports anchor Dawson Rule in his studio reporting on all things Madison County sports.
Kicking off sports today, I want to make a quick announcement. Tonight at 6 o'clock, EKU Volleyball will be taking on conference rival Bellarmine in a big game to get started on the conference schedule for the Colonels. Free t-shirts are going to be given out to fans, so you don't want to miss this great game. Tickets are only $5. Get out there and support them. Region golf scores have been coming in. Yesterday, some girls golfers around the county competed. Madison Central's girls came in third place overall at 310, 1 point behind Lexcath at 309, and 2 points behind first place team LCA. That means as a team, the season sadly ended by 1 point yesterday for the former state champs. The margin was so close that the team almost deserves to go to state. But no worries, because 4 individual girls qualified to move on. As these individual players compete, we will report on the scores. Congrats to this team, though, who competed great all year long and will continue to be good for years to come. Now today at Gibson Bay, the boys team around the county are going to be competing in their region tournament. As of right now, Central is currently in the lead, with Frederick Douglass closing in at second. Madison Southern is currently tied for 11th and Model at 15th. These are not final scores quite yet. Good luck to the teams and individual golfers today, and keep your season alive. Now I want to highlight some moments from Monday night's sports show. And speaking of golf, we talked to a coach and member of the Madison Southern golf team who are competing today. Here are some moments from that boys golf interview.
It's been successful, I think. As far as going back for records, I think we broke the school record twice for team score. So I'm pretty pleased with that.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while to build a program, and I think a lot of the guys we've had just really haven't had the time to build it at Southern yet. And so I'm hoping that I'm blessed with enough time to maybe build us up where we're pretty good every year.
I'm trying to beat it in their head that they have to just work as hard as they can. It's like anything. To be really good at it, it has to be your life. And, we are really fortunate with our coaching staff to have him and Coach Benton. I mean, they know what they're doing as good as anybody. So if we could get some guys to buy into their system, they could have a really, really good team in a few years with some time. Different. So my freshman and sophomore year, it was just region and state. And now it is it's
quarterfinal type thing?
Yeah, it's like they call it semi-state. It's a little bit different. So they take a couple more people out of the region, and the semi-states, they bring them in from everywhere. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and then from there it'll be the state. So it's kind of like district and then region and other sports, but it's not because they're from everywhere, but kind of the same.
Well, Coach, you looked at what maybe expectations before the year. Do you think you guys have exceeded those from what you've done in your first year as coach?
I think so, too. Really, my mindset was to support the kids and let them go as far as they could, and they've impressed me.
Yeah.
They've put in the time, they've put in the effort, and they've had good attitudes. So I can't ask for anything else.
I don't know if you could choose a better one, Andrew. You've got, we've known Clifton for a long time. I've heard good things about him off the course, and on the course, pretty good golfer. So I feel like if you're going to pick somebody to represent the school, you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody better than him.
Well, I've kind of got spoiled here. In year one, I've got an all-timer on my team, at Madison Southern. So it's kind of, it'd be hard to replicate. We got big shoes to fill, Nick.
Clifton was also homecoming king, so shout out there too. That's going to wrap up today's sports segment. Keep an eye out for some final posted scores for golf as the region wraps up on the boys' side. This is Dawson Rule with the best sports coverage in Madison County.
Thanks, Dawson. That's a great sports report. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We've got lots more coming up right here on Live at 5, including Wanted Wednesday and some information you're going to want to know if you're going to be traveling around the Mountain Parkway over the next few days. That's coming up right after this break.
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel, available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON-TV, where every local story starts here.
Now at A&W, the Spicy Papa Burger Combo with onion rings. A classic Papa Burger, spiced up with jalapeno heat, perfectly paired with a side of onion rings and Spicy Papa dipping sauce. Get it jalapeno mouth, only at A&W. Feeling saucy? Come down to A&W and dip a juicy 5-piece hand-breaded chicken tender combo into our new spicy 3-pepper fire sauce or our new savory A&W sauce. Dip into A&W and try them today.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. It is now time for Wanted Wednesday from the Kentucky State Police. This week, the Kentucky State Police is looking for Roy Boggs. Roy Boggs is 56 years old and he is wanted for failing to comply with sex offender registry. You can see Mr. Boggs up on the screen now. If you have any information on his location, you can contact the Kentucky State Police Post 11 at London. That phone number is 606-878-6622. But if you're anywhere in this state and you see Mr. Boggs, I'm sure you can call any KSP location. Again, Roy Boggs, 56 years old. Take a good look at that picture up now. Well, motorists traveling near exit 46 at Campton along the Mountain Parkway on Kentucky 191 may experience minor delays tomorrow and Friday. That's due to the bridge being in placement work. While traffic impacts are expected to be minimal, drivers may need to slow down or temporarily stop to ensure the safe placement of these beams. It's important for drivers to exercise caution when traveling in the area and all active work zones. Signage will be in place to inform drivers of active construction zones and any necessary closures. Construction schedules, of course, are subject to change. The Mountain Parkway expansion is a significant transportation improvement spanning 46 miles. It aims to create a wider and safer connector between eastern Kentucky and the rest of the state. This project is crucial for closing the only gap in the 400-mile four-lane high-speed corridor commerce mobility across Kentucky, extending from Pikeville to Paducah. The project involves widening 33 miles of the existing parkway to 4 lanes. Thanks so much for joining us here today. And of course, I'll be right back here tomorrow with you more news, more weather, more sports tomorrow live at 5.